Community Connection on KGNB, brought to you by Waters International Realty.
This is Paige Green with your Community Connection. We're here with Terry Robinson, Russel Gribble, and Mellisa Krause of the United Way of Comal County. So, can someone tell me what the United Way is for anyone who doesn't know?
Hi, this is Mellisa Krause. I'd be happy to take that. United Way of Comal County is a nonprofit agency that is comprised of an incredible board of trustees, and we are charged with each year working with more than a handful of community nonprofits. And this year we're proud to serve more than 30 nonprofit agencies. And each year these agency partners go through an application process so they can be a candidate to be selected. There is an evaluations committee who meets with each one of these applicants, and we go through a rigorous process. Many times we go on location to learn the details of their organization, and then we bring a handful of even more community volunteers together and collaborate on which of these agencies should receive funding. So this year we have more than 30 agency partners, and it is an incredible organization that is in this community to help those in times of need and crisis.
I just like to add in, Mellisa, how grateful I am to all of our volunteers who help with this. And this year actually, because of last year's event at Green Music and Wine Fest and fundraising, these volunteers awarded more than $800,000 in grants to those nonprofits that Mellisa mentioned.
And United Way is the nonprofit that serves other nonprofits. And you did, Terry, just mention the Green Music and Wine Fest, which we are currently in the middle of, and it's benefiting the United Way. So how many years has this event benefited United Way?
This is the 37th year for Green Music and Wine Fest. With the first year, we only raised a few $100s, but each of those years, the event has donated the proceeds to United Way of Comal County. I'll tell you, in 2022, we raised over $211,000.
So we started with a couple hundred, and we ended up with a couple 100,000. That is an incredible jump in the past 37 years. And how important is a donation of that size?
It's huge. When you look at what we raise each year, that's probably about 20%. Maybe when you look at how much we've given out, 1/4, so 25% of what we're giving out in grants. So it's a huge part of those funds that go right back into the community, affecting the 30+ agencies that benefit. And they're each and every one of them just incredible, the work that these organizations do day in and day out, hands-on in the community, helping to put food on the table or helping victims of violence or, just healthy living activities like the Scouts. There's also a couple of free clinics in the county that United Way funds. So the work that they do is so important, and the fact that we're able to support them, it's a tremendous gift.
Could you talk a little bit more about the grants awarded? I know you were mentioning free clinics that United Way funds. Could you talk a little bit more about some of those grants that this money is going towards?
Sure. Right now, we fund 33 nonprofits throughout the county. When I mentioned clinics, there's Acacia Medical in the Bulverde Spring Branch area and Volunteers in Medicine here in New Braunfels. We support several food banks, the New Braunfels Food Bank, SOS Food Bank, Bulverde Spring Branch Food Pantry. There are St. Jude's Ranch for Children is a place for foster care kids in the community to live and be able to secure an education. We've got, as I mentioned, the healthy living programs, but also, it's frightening to think about that we're in a community with so much need, but it exists, and it's our neighbors, it's our family. If you have a child born with a disability, any baby can comes into your home. If you're a victim of assault, The Crisis Center provides you with a safe place. They also have nurse examiners that work with you to make sure all evidence is collected. It's a huge list when you look at all of these agencies. Mental health clinics, programs for youth that face drug addiction issues. We can't turn our back on the fact that these things exist in our community, and I am so grateful to have these community volunteers, Mellisa and Russel specifically, that have put years into volunteering at this organization and helping to decide where these funds will go and make sure they're doing the best with that dollar. And then just the fact that you have people willing to work at these organizations day in and day out, putting their lives into all of these services that are provided. We live in a pretty special place, that's for darn sure. I'm sitting here with Russell and talking to Mellisa, and the fact that you've got these volunteers on one end raising the money and deciding where it goes, and then the agencies that are doing that work day in and day out. It's pretty impressive.
This is the time of year where United Way is in the giving period. So just the opportunity for this community to activate at an individual level or at a business level where they work and donate to make a difference to these nonprofits really means more than we can ever put into words.
So true. And Mellisa actually works for New Braunfels Utilities, Russell here at Security State Bank. But if people are listening and they've gotten their NBU bill, they might notice an envelope in there where they can donate to the United Way. So please take advantage of that.
And we are in the middle of a large fundraiser, as we mentioned, Green Music and Wine Fest for the United Way of Comal County. And we have 2 more days of events, today and tomorrow. Can anyone tell me about some of those events?
Sure. So for today, starting at noon at the Grapevine, we've got the Taste of Texas wine and beer. It's free admission, tasting tickets available for the purchase. They're available online and at the event. On Sunday, tomorrow, we'll have our songwriter shindig from 2 to 9. That includes Kelly Willis, Cody Canada, and Zane Williams.
A lot more on that list,
Yeah,
too.
we've got a great lineup coming in for that. They'll be playing an acoustic lineup with some of the best songwriters that we've got, and will be emceed by Matson Rayner. And we're really looking forward to the event itself, and can't wait to see everybody out there.
And will the United Way or anyone from be at any of these events for someone to come stop by and have a chat?
Absolutely. We've got a large group of volunteers on Saturday at the event. We will actually be selling those tasting tickets. And then on Sunday, some of our board members will be interspersed throughout the crowd. I will remind them to wear their Live United t-shirts so that they can be there, and if anybody has a question, they can approach them.
Be on the lookout for anyone in a United Way t-shirt if you would like to stop and have a chat with them. And lastly, how can people help the United Way? Donating, volunteering, is there anywhere they can learn more information?
Absolutely. Go on our website, uwcomal.org, or please feel free to give us a call at the office, 830-620-7760. Volunteer opportunities, we're always needing volunteers during our granting process, and actually for this event, but I think we're good for now on the event. But absolutely for next year, if they'd like to volunteer, we'd love to have them.
Also, we'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors for last night's event. That includes Goldsco, Mission Hill, Valero, and CMEX were all our diamond sponsors. And all our platinum sponsors were Vulcan, Moody Bank, GVEC, Bettersworth Law, and JP Morgan Chase. Without them, we wouldn't be near as successful as we were last night.
Our hats off to Green, Historic Green. I mean, these folks do this event for us year after year, and you've just heard about their generosity and how this event has grown from several $100s to several $100,000, and we just are so appreciative to the Green team.
And KMBT, you guys and Green Hall are the presenting sponsors for this event. Honestly, Thank you. As Mellisa just mentioned, thank you for bringing that up. Thank you so much for your generosity in making the event happen.
Well, thank you all. The round of thank yous for everyone at the United Way of Comal County for all that you do for all of our local nonprofits. I speak to a lot of nonprofits every week, and they always have very wonderful things to say about the United Way.
Thank you.
That was Terry Robinson, Russel Gribble, and Mellisa Krause of United Way of Comal County.